Welcome back to episode 21. Jungkook had laid down the groundwork for his plan. Now all he has to do is wait and watch. He was sure things would go according to the plan. He desperately wished they would, because JK had no other option if things didn't work out. He saw Taehyung talking with Taehyung and smiling. Taehyung looked happy and carefree, just the way Jungkook wanted him to be. Always, he was going to try his best so that nothing would make his baby worry. He hadn't told Taehyung about his plan because Yuki didn't want to burden him. Dayan already knew about the plan and was ready to help him. Dayan and Jungkook had decided to start their own company. Jungkook had decided to plan their own company and were working on the business plan for the first few weeks. They were sure they could get the sponsorship for the project they were thinking of launching, and things looked pretty good for their startup. Doyon had got few more people on board with the idea. Cook had taken out a loan to support the startup and get him the treatment he needed. He decided that JK could not wait any longer, else the things may get worse for Taehyung. Treatment was surely expensive, but they could manage since it was really necessary. Of course, Taehyung refused at first, but Jungkook was adamant about this. Jungkook could never already see lots of positive change in Taehyung, and he was really glad he could help his baby. He had vowed to protect his Tete at all cost, and he was going to make sure nothing hurt him again. Young woke up because of noises coming from downstairs. He went down to see Jungkook and Dayan talking about something. With serious look on their face, he wondered what had happened, that they decided to show up first and then ask Jungkook what had been doing for last few days. It seems like he was planning something, but he wouldn't tell Taehyung. They already sidestepped the question they had, and alleging that it was related to Lim, and that filled him with dread. He didn't want Jungkook to go anywhere near that guy. What would Lim do if Jungkook confronted him directly? He may try to harm Jungkook, and that was something Taehyung couldn't. He hadn't planned on telling Jungkook about Lim's threatening, but since he had regressed, it was hard to keep control over his emotions. They had been embarrassed when he realized he was regressed in front of Jimin and his boyfriend. How would they must have looked? They must think he is crazy and pity Jungkook for marrying him. Such thoughts plagued his mind since that day, but it all was cleared when Jimin called him after a few days and told him not to overthink. Taehyung had been surprised at how kindly Jimin talking to him. He didn't mention about his regression at all, nor did he pity Taehyung. He only called to tell him that his apology was accepted and he has nothing to be sorry about anymore. After talking with Jimin for some time, Taehyung realized why Jungkook has fallen for him. He had the ability to make Taehyung comfort and calm him down. Of course, he was a bit jealous. They worked together, but he could see how much Jungkook loved Tae and how he in love Jimin was with Yoongi. In a way, Taehyung was glad Jungkook had someone like Jimin by his side in the past. Maybe if they had met in different circumstances, Jimin and him could have been best friends, but who says they can't be now? Maybe someday. Jungkook, what's going on, Jungkook? Nothing, Tete, tell me. Don't keep me in dark, JK Ban. That's for I know you care about me a lot, but so do I. So at least tell me what you're doing. Jungkook explained the plan to Tae and how he had met with Clara and threatened Lim. Tae, do you really have such pics and videos of Clara? Taehyung asked JK, of course not. What sort of guy do you think I am? Why would I ask Namjoon-hyun to give me any video of such, and I am sure Namjoon-hyun doesn't have any of them. I just said that to threaten her and she believed me. Okay, oh, I knew my Jungkook wouldn't do such thing, JK. You doubt me? Jungkook said, hey, of course not. Oh, I forgot to tell you. I got an offer from a publishing house. JK, what for? What offer them? To publish my book as paperback. I'm scared. Would you go with me? JK, of course, Bun. Next 2 weeks went really fast for Taehyung as he got busy with completing his meeting with this publisher had gone really well. They were ready to wait until Taehyung could complete his book and then publish it. Taehyung wanted to be an anonymous author. For now, he wanted to write under a pen name. He wasn't ready to face the people yet, and he was sure book sale could get affected because of his family name. Thankfully, the publishing house agreed with them, so he was set to release the book on New Year under pen name. Starling, Jungkook and Taehyung were busy with their own workload as they set up their company. It was really hard growing a company from scratch. Fortunately, they got a team of really good people working with them. It didn't feel impossible now. Taehyung had escorted these people: Seokjin, Namjoon, Hobi, Tae, Minho, and Bugam. Jungkook was glad to be working with such great team. He was going to quit his job at the company so that he could focus on this. Amidst all this, Jungkook managed to track an employee who used to work for Lim but had to leave because of his nature. It took some time, but he got the employee to confidential information regarding Lim. Meanwhile, Clara was going crazy over her husband's obsession over things. She had confronted him straight on when she learned about this. Obviously, at first he decided decline, but soon showed his true colors. She wasn't someone who took insult well. She threatened to cut off his companion funding if he dared to go anywhere around Taehyung or Jungkook. Lim was absolutely livid. He needed funds to support his companion. He needed to be reelected, but Jungkook had almost ruined it for him. He needed to make sure that good-for-nothing guy knew his place. Lim wasn't going to just sit and watch his hard work go down the drain. He was going to make sure he won the election as well as Taehyung. He was going to strike when they least expected and destroy whatever happily ever after these fools were dreaming about. He wasn't going to be reckless anymore. He will plan his moves carefully and make sure he didn't leave any trail. Lim couldn't have anything ruin the election, not Jungkook or his wife. Maybe these people thought was a pushover because he had been quiet all the time. Lim Well, I have to show them that he could have anyone or anything he desires. Jungkook and had been in his way since the day he met him and had nothing but father. He had a curiosity to threaten him. Lim Lake was going to break loose. Jungkook met with the opposition party and said the tell he had got regarding Lim. The opposition party was quite glad to get increased evidence against Lim and were ready to use it to win the election. Taehyung had got a friend who was journalist and they used this for their plan. Everything was set for the final climax and Jungkook was sure this wouldn't at all. Lim was giving his speech for the candidacy and lots of his supporters were gathered for that. At that very moment a news reporter was covered TV stations regarding his was spreading like fire about him cheating on his wife. After investigation, Jungkook had realized that this wasn't the first time Lim was hitting on someone other than his tete. There were lots of instances of him going to bars. It was all Jungkook and thanks for Lim wasn't going to be the only one falling. He was going to make sure they paid dearly for all this. Thing was working on his book when the light went out. He started looking for the torch when he felt someone grab him roughly. He tried to fight against the intruder, but a cloth was pushed over his nose and soon he lost his conscience. When they came to his senses, he was in an unfamiliar place, tied to a chair with a cloth tied over his lips. His head was throbbing and a lot and he felt dizzy. The room was completely barren save for a box at a distance to the room and smiled widely. Lim, hi Taehyung, you are finally awakened. Taehyung wanted to scream at him but couldn't due to the cloth obstructing his voice. Lim untied the cloth and Taehyung shouted, why am I here? Lim, well, it's all your Jungkook's fault. He tried to play a game with me, and that resulted in this situation. What the heck are you talking about? Lim, how many times I have told you, Taehyung, don't crush. It doesn't suit your pretty little mouth of yours. They freak you. Lim stepped forward and smacked Taehyung across his face. Taehyung wasn't expecting that. He could feel his cheek stinging in pain and knew a bruise was already forming. Lim, don't diff me again. I will do worse than that. Your husband ruined my campaign. Because of him, I have been running away. It's all your fault for messing with us. Lim, messing? I haven't messed with you yet. I will have to punish you so that Jungkook can learn a lesson. I was thinking of killing him, but it wouldn't be that much fun. But if I torture you and send those videos to your dear husband, I'm sure he will die every second. He will blame himself, wouldn't he? They stay away from Jungkook. Blame. It's not the time to be worrying about others. You should worry about yourself because you are going to be in a lot of pain soon, he said quickly. I'm not scared of you, Lim, baby. You should be, because I can be quite cruel to people who tease me. You are just a pathetic excuse of a man. Lim, it look like you don't realize the predicament you are in. Lim punched Tae in his stomach, making Taehyung gasp in pain. Lim, this is just starting. It's going to get really painful from now onwards. Jungkook was going out of his mind. He couldn't find Taehyung anywhere. He was pretty sure Lim had something to go with this. He had asked police for help, but they couldn't file a missing report before 24 hours, and he had no proof that Lim. He had been searching everywhere with Taehyung but found nothing. He had even called Clara, but she knew nothing about this. He had gone to Lem's son, but there was no one. Obviously, he wouldn't take them to his house. He was running around frequently when he received a picture from a known number. It was Taehyung's big. His face was bruised, and there was a cut on his lips. Jungkook almost threw the phone when he got a call from that number. JK, where is Taehyung? Lame, impatient, aren't we? Are we? Lame conjured JK, I will kill you. You lame, if you touch Taehyung again, lame, I'm going to do more than that. JK, you friska. Where the heck are you? Jungkook screamed, lame, calm down. No need to call names. I'm giving you an address. Come here. I don't have to tell you to not call police, right? I have lost everything, so I can go to any extent. If you don't want to pick up the pieces of your husband came alone, and the call was disconnected. Jungkook quickly got into his car and drove to the given address. He could feel his heart beating frequently in his chest. Taehyung's bruised face was the only thing in his mind. He has to save his baby at all cost. He should have known Lim would really. Still, he didn't think of protecting Taehyung. How could he be so stupid? Had he been by Taehyung's side, they would be safe right now. It was an abandoned building. Jungkook rushed inside but couldn't find anyone. He called that number again. JK, where are you? Lim, I had a change of my heart. I will send you videos of things that would that be okay? JK, don't you dare hurt him. I am the one who ruined you, so you should be fighting with me. Taehyung has nothing to do with this. Lame, that's not true. It all started because of him. If only he wasn't so alluring, I wouldn't have go crazy over him. If he had just agreed to my terms, we all would be happy right now. JK, do you think you will get away from this? Police is already after you. Lame, that's my point. Jungkook, I'm going down anyway, so what's one more charge against me? JK, let him go. Jungkook screamed, Lame, not in this lifetime. If he wouldn't live with me, then he will die for me. I will keep sending you updates so you can know now how your husband is dying. JK, wait. Take me instant. Lame, huh? JK, instant of Taehyung, kill me. I'm the one who destroyed your campaign, so kill me. Let Taehyung go. Jungkook returned. Lame, I must say that's tempting. Okay, fine. I want to see and look on your face when you watch your husband screaming in pain. I'm sending you the location. Came soon, or I will finish it before you get here. Jungkook reached the place where Lim was holding Taehyung captive. He hadn't contacted police in fear. Lim would hurt Taehyung before he could do anything. He was hit on his head from behind. Jungkook lost consciousness immediately and Lim carried him to the room where Taehyung was. Taehyung had regressed because of such hostile environment and fear. He had been crying non-stop. Lim was getting frustrated with his constant crying. Lim, will you shut up already? He shouted. Tete wants to go on. They shuddered. Lim, like heck that's happening, so just shut the mouth of yours. They let Jungkook, he kept feeling. Lim tied Jungkook's hand behind his back and kicked him a few times to wake him up. After a while, Jungkook opened his eyes groggy and looked around to determine where he was. When he spotted Taehyung, he tried to stand up, but Lim kicked Jungkook to the ground. JK Taehyung थे Jungkook said थे JK Abel, baby, don't cry, you will exhaust yourself. To be continued. Hey everyone, what do you think? What is gonna happen next? I hope Jungkook will save Taehyung, but how? I know, but I'm not gonna tell you. You will have to find it out tomorrow's episode, and I hope you will love it. Till then, take care of yourself. Bye bye.